Good morning. Good morning. We're here. We're gonna edit right now here live on one of the pictures I took earlier this week, and we'll kind of show you the process I go through to edit a picture. So let me share my screen, and we'll kind of talk through this, and you can watch while I edit this picture here. I like using. Just recently learned a lot about Lightroom, and this is our image for the day. Um, I really like, we were shooting for to get a nice circle around the sun here. That's why this image is so dark. We shot at 100 on an f8 for 1/1000th of a second. So there was just a quick little burst. Wasn't a lot of light getting in. We really trying to pinhole that sun there in the image. You can see the rest of the image is kind of dark, which is okay. We can fix that here in this process as well. We're going to start, kind of has a nice little look to it. I love how the sun's lining up to the broken dock here. Then we have a little height with the windmill or the windsock there. So it was a great find and capture, and everything kind of just worked out nicely. So now we'll see. We're going to start. If I was going to do this one in color, I don't know if the color is really speaking to me. The first thing I change is profile. Like a lot of times I use the camera matching profile, kind of just landscape. It gives you a little more natural look there. We want to bring the exposure up a little bit, and got a little bit of contrast. This would be kind of like, and then the best bet I always take the shadows down or highlights down and bring the shadows up. That really kind of opens up the image. Gets your highlights popping, gets your shadow areas not as dark. And we'll go to the whites next. I always hit the option on my Mac. You can see that little sun. You want to get that all the way darkened out. Now it'll print there all in color as well. And then the blacks, we always want to try to get about 2-3% of the image in blacks. So there, that's about that. That's what it would be like in color. It's got a little gold hue to it, but that's not really popping for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one of my presets that I've made here, and we're going to kind of take this thing back to where I first started in the darkroom, black and white photography, looking at Ansel Adams kind of photography. So that's where we're going to go. We kind of have a preset already we want to make the light one. Now, what a preset is in Lightroom, it kind of automatically shifts all your things to the right to give you a nice little starting point. We can see this image is really dark. We're going to have to lighten it up a little bit. And there's a couple other things, gradient filters, radial filters kind of put in here automatically. They're kind of like saved little setups for your images, so it doesn't take as long to add in all the different pieces of the element. So we're going to use our Ansel Adams light with the radial. It has gradients and it has radial filters. So we'll kind of start there. You can see we're in the Adobe standard black and white profile. All right, you can see our highlights are down, our shadows are up. It kind of automatically gives us a little more contrast. Ansel Adams images were a lot of contrast in them. What I want to do a little bit, we want to open this image up just a little bit. We know it's underexposed because we're just trying to get that, I think, right about there. I'm really liking that now. You can still see the sun there. You got a nice rays. You can see more of the waters. The dock kind of opens up a little bit. You can start seeing the clouds coming in. We're looking good. Next, we already have our highlights down, shadows up. Saves you a few steps here. Now, like we said before, we want to get that sun to be all black because we want, when it prints, we want ink there. If it was still with the white, it's going to not print any ink there. So we want it to print ink. So there we go. We got rid of that. So now there's ink on everything in the image. And we said about 2-3%. All right. So now I kind of want to bring some of those clouds back up. Clarity has already gone down. I'm going to kind of bring the clouds back up. But before that, we want to make sure our horizon line is straight. So I go to the crop tool and take the angle and kind of look in here. There's the horizon line, and it will straighten it up a little bit. It's actually done a pretty good job of hand holding this image. So you always want to make sure your horizon lines are straight. Now we're getting somewhere with this thing. Okay. Now we'll go to the gradient filters. There's 3 of them. You can see the little dots. If I bring it down, you can see what it does. On the top part, it's going to make it darker. And so it kind of gives a little gradient feel. It's lighter here and goes up and makes it darker. And we're at about hold f-stop. We're going to kind of lighten up just a tiny bit. There's another one here kind of around where the sun is. I'm kind of liking that. You can see we put this one in at an angle. So that's awesome. Then we have one down here on the bottom part. If I pull it up, yeah, now we start losing the dock. So we want to bring it back down. I kind of like it right where it was sitting before. Kind of get this dark here, kind of going out of the image. Kind of leading us still, got the dark and leading us into the sun here. So that's really sweet. So there we go. And now we have one more thing to check. And these are all the little dots or different radial filters, what we've already set up in here. And we're just kind of play around. I like these ones here, kind of making that motion straight to where the sun is. This one, you click on it, it shows us it's a vertical one. You see kind of lightens up different areas. We kind of just want to leave it right where it was. This one going horizontal, right in the same area, kind of like I'm overlapping a little bit. It gives it a little natural lighting look. And so we got one over here and one up here in the clouds. I might move this one over just a little bit because I want everything kind of going towards the sun there. I'm kind of liking that. Let's take a look at it. Oh, I'm kind of digging this right now. And I think we're pretty good. We don't want to do too much to it. We've got a pretty sweet black and white. I might make it a little bit brighter. Just a little bit. Not too much. And if I don't like it, I hit Command Z. It takes it back. I don't know. I think that's too bright. And there we go. Maybe we're at 0.6. Maybe we get up to 0.4. But there we go. Now I really like it. You got the popping of the glimmer of the sun coming down here. So that's kind of our image. We made it into a nice black and white. We'll be throwing this guy up on our website here in a few minutes. So that was our image for today. Yes, Tony, I love how the sun came through on that one. And that's what we're really going for, the sun reflections with that image there. So that was awesome. I hope everybody kind of enjoyed that. If you caught on late, come back, watch it again when I hit end broadcast here. I hope you all have a wonderful day. That's kind of my workflow right now in creating some of our new images. This quarantine, I've been really working on learning Lightroom, and it's made my editing process a heck of a lot faster. And simplify things where things in Photoshop really would take a lot longer to get there. So I'll leave you, we'll pop up the image one more time. Let's see, we'll share it right now. There it is. And that will be our image. We'll be putting up a nice black and white. We'll have to make a new black and white section. I think we're going to take a little bit of time going back to my roots of black and white photography and creating some amazing black and white pieces here in the next month or so. So look forward to some more black and white photography from me. Yeah, the doc really stumbled upon it. It was like a little hidden beach. I was out earlier. You saw a little video by Facebook Live when I was out there a few days ago for the sunrise. And that broken dock was there. And then when the sun started coming above the horizon line, I could really see it was lining up just perfect. I was a little off to the right, so I had to grab my camera off the tripod real quick and run back over, because that line was going straight down the middle of the dock. The dock there, just had to make sure we got the angle right. And it really worked out to be a really sweet looking image here. So hope everybody enjoys it and have a wonderful weekend. And we might do some more of these live editing sessions. Maybe next time we'll do a color image for you. So have a great weekend, and we will see you later. Bye.